It's June, we're finally back at Hershey Park after a few weeks of not being here, and today we're going to be talking about Sweet Start. Alright, so we're going to talk about what Sweet Start is before we get into the park. So I'm reading this right off the Hershey Park website. So exclusively for Hershey Park season pass holders and guests of the official resorts of Hershey Park. This is for full-size, king-size, giant-size, pre-K season pass holders and guests of the official resorts of Hershey Park may enter the park between May 23rd through September 8th, 2024 to enjoy a selection of rides 1 hour before the park opens. Sweet Start attractions and availability is subject to change. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that there's going to be limited rides that are open, limited food and beverage. It does have right on the website which rides, which dining, which games, whatever is going to be open during Sweet Start. The reason I wanted to talk about Sweet Start is because I'm part of a few Hershey Park groups on Facebook, and this opened when we were on vacation last week. So we have not been here since Sweet Start started, and I heard it's been a little bit of a disaster. There has been a lot of changes to Hershey Park since we were last here. Now that we're in June, the park is open daily. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Hershey Park is finally open for the season. Additionally, the boardwalk is open, so we have not been here since the water park opened, and now we have Sweet Start. So finally, we can check out Sweet Start ourselves, give our own review and opinion, and let you know what Sweet Start is and what it looks like. All right, we just arrived, parked, and are heading into the main entrance now. This might be not the best interpretation of what Sweet Start really looks like because it doesn't seem like the park is super busy today. The weather today isn't as nice as it was yesterday, so I think a lot of people might have come yesterday, but we'll see. All right, we're arriving a couple minutes after 10 o'clock. So right now the park opens at 11 a.m. So Sweet Start starts at 10 o'clock, and it looks like they are already letting people through the gates. So I do know that sometimes when we've gotten here before the gates opened up, there will be quite a long line. Right now it looks like there aren't any separate lines dictating Sweet Start from regular park entry, but that usually will change as the year goes on. But as you can see, not too terribly busy right now, and things seem to be moving pretty quickly. All right, I have no idea what this is. This is new for this year. They did not have this year. So these two little signs up here say Sweet Start Access. They do have like a gate up here. This is totally different than last year. So maybe this is why people are saying it's a disaster this year. I don't know. We're gonna find out. All right, so Andrew has to show him our IDs. And now we're through, and they have it barricaded. Check this out. So it's about 15 minutes after Sweet Start entry, and just back here in the Founders Way Kiddie area. And this is great. So a ride like Starship America, which usually gets a pretty long queue ride, is going to be a walk-on for Claire and Andrew. So that's nice. And right now, I'm just going to kind of look around. It really is not that crowded. The biggest difference right now is that it seems like they're letting people in the park regardless if they have Sweet Start entry or not, so that they can like grab Starbucks. There's not that buildup at the gate, and they're able to get on a few select rides at the very beginning of the park, like Candemonium. But to get back to this area, we had to go through that security area with the Sweet Start Access, which is brand new. That was not something that was in place last year. So I kind of like it. I think they're doing that so that they can make some money with selling some things. The stores were open, Starbucks was open, and then you don't have that crazy buildup at the gate. So I kind of like it. That's how Universal Studios does it when you have early park entry, and I like it. We'll see how the rest is. So don't trust the website for accuracy on rides that are open during Sweet Start. Capfusion's open already. All right, it's just past 11 o'clock, so they have let in the masses now. So we have both Sweet Start and regular park entry. What was really nice today was that they had Cup Fusion open, which is one of my favorite rides, and it gets a very long wait time. So that's unusual for that to be open during Sweet Start. I guess they had the staffing to support it, so I'm thrilled. I got to ride my favorite ride today and didn't have to wait that long. But usually they have it barricaded back here for Sweet Start. Because we rode Cup Fusion, I'm not sure what all was open back here. So, I don't know. Okay, update. We know that it was barricaded right back here. I'm gonna show you where we are. So this is right past Chick-fil-A. So if you were here for Sweet Start, you couldn't get past this area. There's the barricade right over there. So not everything is open during Sweet Start, which is just like it was last year, but I do like the fact that they have a little bit of a different entry system now. All right, we are leaving Hershey Park for the day. We were here for about 4 hours. I did meet up with a friend today, and she was here for last weekend, which was the start of Sweet Start, and I learned a little bit more about what happened at Sweet Start last weekend. So the issue was that they were letting everybody in the park, and then to get on the rides, you had to show your season pass. So people were getting argumentative because they were through the gates, but then didn't understand that they weren't gonna be able to ride anything. So you could shop, you get your Starbucks, but you couldn't go on any of the rides. So that must have ticked off a lot of people. So Sweet Start last weekend was a fail. I don't know if they're being better communicative now about what Sweet Start entails and what the issue was with that last weekend, but today went really fine. It was good. I didn't see anybody arguing, so that's a plus. But just to kind of recap, so Sweet Start, again, this is gonna be where you get 1 hour entry to the park. And again, this is how you do it. So you do it through, one, being a season pass holder, but you have to have higher than a bite-sized pass. The bite size isn't going to get you an hour early, or if you're staying on Hershey Hotel, Hershey Lodge, or the campground property, that's going to give you access as well. If you are planning a visit to here in Hershey Park for 2024, please consider subscribing to my channel, as I'm going to be discussing all things related to Hershey Park. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.